Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to Game of Destiny. Hope you're all doing well, safe, just chilling at home. Today we have another Warzone video, but first of all I would like to apologize for this being the first video in 2.5 weeks. Unfortunately, the computer that we use to make our videos kind of broke in the sense that the battery stopped working properly, so we couldn't unplug it from its charger for more than about I don't know, 3 minutes without it running out of battery, and it was really annoying because you had to take it everywhere you went. So I actually took it to go get fixed, but it took way longer than expected because obviously, it's the coronavirus time and all of this. So obviously, it was harder for the people there to be able to fix all their stuff because not only are they working less, or simply less people are working in the whole country because there's obviously the virus, but I mean, it takes longer because there's obviously more people using their computers and stuff because they're all inside, and that means that they probably have more people waiting in line to get something fixed. So, anyway, that's happened, that's out of the way. We're back. I'm on holiday now. I finished school, so I can make loads of videos and hopefully put out better quality videos and just keep you guys entertained during this quarantine. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the best loadout that you can get when it comes to SMGs, okay? And this applies for Warzone. So this is for Warzone. I maybe will talk about a bit when it comes to multiplayer and Modern Warfare as a whole, but for now, it's just focused on Warzone, okay? So I actually changed my loadout, so I use the MP7 now instead of the MP5, and this is because I saw loads of videos on YouTube talking about, I don't know, the best SMG loadout for Warzone and this and that. So I looked at them, and apparently the MP7 was better than the MP5 in Warzone. So I was like, oh, I mean, what is this? Because I'm pretty sure that the MP5 is better than the MP7. But yeah, I mean, all of these guys in their different videos said the MP7 is so great because of its mobility and fire rate, all these different things. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see what's happening. I'm gonna see if it's good or not. Like what this chit chat is all about. So what I actually ended up having was having no put. Hold on, let me just have it the way that they put it for me. Having this, okay. I had the mono suppressor, no stock as my stock, stippled grip tape, 60 round mags, and Merc foregrip. Okay, now three things that I never ever changed from this loadout: Merc foregrip, mono suppressor, and the no stock, okay? Because this stock gives you loads of mobility, and that's exactly what you want for your SMG because you're close combat, okay? Now, mono suppressor is always important on any type of weapon, whether it's AR, SMG, sniper, whatever. I mean, maybe not sniper as much, but ARs and SMGs especially, because in Warzone, position is everything, okay? And now, if I would have, let's say, a breach device or a muzzle brake, um, people would be able to hear me from halfway across the map. I mean, if I were to be, I don't know, in farmlands or in lumber, people could hear me fighting from stadium if I didn't have my suppressor on. And obviously, that is not good because if you're fighting a team, whether you're in solo, duos, or trios, because there's no quads anymore right now, so that's why I'm not mentioning quads. I mean, imagine that you fight a team, okay, and you beat them, okay, but it takes a while. Now, if you don't have the suppressor, people can hear you from quite far off, and there's loads of people now that are trying to get loads of kills because they've improved a lot at this game. So they're saying, "Well, I mean, let's go get these guys." And so you finish the fight, you're low, and you're just trying to heal up, get loot, and then you get ambushed by another team. And now, if you have the mono suppressor, that is going to help you. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm just saying that it's easier to not give away your position when you are using this suppressor. Stock, I've talked about that. And then the grip tape basically gives you more mobility, so that helps you as well. It also gives you ADS speed and sprint to fire speed, but that counts as mobility. And then running 60 round mags as you do on any SMG, and then the Merc foregrip, because this is basically the most well-rounded foregrip that you can get for any any MP7. So that's why I'm running the Merc foregrip. So these three would never change, okay? Underbarrel, muzzle, and stock don't change, okay? Uh, then ammunition. I used to not have this and then not have this. I would run sleight of hand and I would run the tac laser. But here's the issue, okay? I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I really, really liked it. But I felt like I wasn't comfortable with it. I felt like I was better with my MP5 over here. Let me just show it to you real quick. This one. I felt so much more comfortable with this one. I don't know why the MP7 still pops up. There we go. I felt so much more comfortable with this, and I felt like I could win more engagements with this SMG. So I said, I'm going to switch it up a bit, see what happens. So I decided to take away the sleight of hand, and then I put on a barrel. And out of these three, if you look at the stats, the best one is the FSS Recon. So I applied this, but I'm looking, okay, it has good accuracy because I'm looking at my stats, bottom left corner, okay, has good range, okay, good mobility, good control. All right. Something it doesn't have. It doesn't have fire rate. Okay. Fire rate is important because your close quarter combat. It's an SMG. You want it to shoot quickly. And then it has range. What do I need range for? I mean, it isn't like it's my AI and I'm trying to hit people from, far off. I mean, they're right next to me, so it doesn't really matter. So if I go to my barrel, it actually takes away mobility. So I'm like, hold on. Why am I going to want this if the only thing it does is take away something that I need and gives me something that I don't really need? So I looked at the other one. Okay, I mean, the FS Strike is just rubbish. And then look at the FSS SWAT. Gives me loads of mobility, but look at the range. Okay, range doesn't matter, but look at the accuracy, look at the control. So I said, you know what, I'm just not going to equip a barrel because it doesn't help you that much on an SMG. So I said, right, now I'm going to run the stippled grip tape, tack laser, and then these three that don't move, right? And I liked it, yes, but I still had that issue of ammunition, okay? Because if you don't have any of these equipped, you have 40 round mags, okay? And that may sound like a lot, but they run out so quickly because the MP7 fires really, really quickly. So I said, well, I mean, I'm having loads of issues with this because I run out of ammo for my SMG and I'm right next to the player, so I don't have time to reload. So I switch to my other weapon, but when I have a loadout, I have my Growl. And the Growl that I have is made for long range combat. You see, it has great accuracy, great range, great control, really bad mobility, but the mobility doesn't matter. And that is because I am in, far away combat. I am not trying to, have my growl to be able to move really quickly because if it does, it's going to be harder to control. So obviously, I pull it out and it's really slow to aim and stuff because of the mobility. And that means that I then lose the fight. So I say, you know what? I'm going to equip ammunition, but for what do I change it? So I said, right, I'm going to run 50 because that, even though it gives you more capacity, it doesn't take away as much mobility as the 60 round mags over here. So I said, right, I'm going to run the 50 round mags and I'm going to take away the tack laser, see how this works. And I haven't actually tried it like this yet, I'll be honest with you guys. And it's because if you look at the stats, okay, just take away ammunition and then put the tack laser on here, that gives you much more mobility and better accuracy. So I'm kind of like in a like self struggle right now, an inner struggle, because I don't know what to use. But basically, I am going to suggest that you don't run tack laser and you basically run any of these two. I am going to run 50 round mags. So this is what I run. Feel free to copy it. But if you want to copy the MP7 from all of the other videos, like of people putting out, then it's 60 round mags over here. And don't get me wrong, that has mobility as well. But 50 round mags is only 10 rounds less, and that gives you much more mobility, so that's why I run 50 round mags. And now moving on to the MP5 that I used to run, okay, this is a god SMG, okay, and I'm not kidding, I could win every single engagement that I could possibly win if I had good positioning and if I had, the right bullets, and then also if I had my loadout, okay? I felt like with the right positioning, I could beat anyone with this SMG. I felt so confident. This SMG got me my first win. Like, it actually won me the game, okay? And it was, like, it came in clutch, okay? I run mono suppressor, F-tac collapsible as my stock, and the Ranger foregrip as my underbarrel. I run this because even though it gives you range and range isn't necessary, it gives you accuracy and control, whereas, these really don't. And the only one that gives you more mobility is the tactical foregrip, and it gives you more control. but it removes accuracy and range, but range doesn't matter, it's an SMG. So it takes away accuracy. And obviously, you want to maintain that accuracy because it's not like you just don't want accuracy on your SMG. So that's why I run the range foregrip. I run 45 round mags because if not, I would have to run the 10mm 30 round mags. And even though this has much more accuracy, damage, and range, as well as mobility, you just run out of your bullets so easily and so quickly that sometimes you simply just can't recover from that. And if you're playing in multiplayer, then yes, cop this 100%. This will get you loads of kills. But when you're in Warzone, you are gonna want the 45 round mags because the more bullets you have in your magazine, the better, as well as, just trying to minimize the side effect that you have on your mobility. So this SMG is focused much less on mobility, as you can see, but I mean, it's still really good. And now I run sleight of hand. I've talked about it. Gives you reload quickness, and then if you are under pressure, it reloads even faster, and this comes in clutch quite a lot. But if I would change anything from this, I would run the stippled grip tape instead of the sleight of hand, because that just gives you more mobility, and that's what you want in Warzone. Um, so if you're running Warzone, run this basically, okay? And if you want to change either the laser for it, run the tac laser instead of the stippled grip tip. I wouldn't recommend it if I'm honest with you. Yeah, so definitely run this for Warzone. And if you are multiplayer, then I would suggest running this right here. Hold on, this. This is for multiplayer. This destroys in multiplayer, but Warzone, we don't want the laser, we don't want these, we want the 45 round mags and the stipple grip tape. So now comparing these two, okay, I found it as another inner struggle to choose between these two because the MP5, I just feel like is so much more I wouldn't say precise, I'd say what's the word for it? It's much more consistent. There we go. It's much more consistent than the MP7 because even though I like the MP7, I don't like it as much as my MP5 because I just feel like I can win more engagements when it comes to me using my MP5. So basically, if you want great mobility, then definitely use the MP7, and if you focus a bit less on mobility and more about just getting kills and that, then definitely run the MP5. But also, it depends on the player because I like to move around a lot and run around, and that's why I use the MP7. But also, I've only just changed it right now during the video, so I still don't know if I'm going to keep the MP7 or not because this is a different loadout than what I normally run. So I'm going to try this later, see if I like it or not, and then I'll make another video and I'll update you guys on what the situation is. But basically, if you want consistency, MP5. If you want mobility and that, use MP7. But again, it all comes down to what you like. I like the MP5 more, but yet I feel like the MP7 is just much more handy in Warzone because you obviously want that mobility. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm sorry for me to, like just literally share my inner struggle of life when it comes to Warzone, but I'm just trying to, sort of give you guys a viewpoint of what I'm feeling because I don't know what to choose. So if you guys would choose any of these two, leave a comment down below. And if you would choose any other, then leave a comment as well. I would love to see what you guys use. And if you want me to make any other sort of video, whether it's Warzone, Destiny, who knows, maybe Fortnite, because I used to play Fortnite a lot, okay? Now I don't play it nearly as much. I just play Warzone. I play Fortnite once every. Right now, I'd say about 2 or 3 days. I play it when I get fed up of Warzone because I mean, you can get tired of just being destroyed in the gulag and stuff. So if I get tired of this, I go to Fortnite, put some music on, and just chill there, and I get a couple of wins here and there. And yeah, I mean, just to have fun. But I used to play it every day, so I feel like I'm still kind of good. Not nearly as good as what I was, but I'm still kind of good. So if you want videos on that, leave a comment. And if you wouldn't mind, we would love you to leave a sub or a like. It isn't necessary, but if you want to and if you enjoy this, then please do. It would mean a lot to us, and that means that we can then see like, people actually like what we're putting out, and so they want to see more of it. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next video. Stay safe.